Tao එකකින් බලන්න. මෙතෙන්ට ගියේ.
අයිබෝන් everyone හැම තාම කට්ටිය ජොයින් වෙන හින්දා මීටින් එකට අපි 7:10ට වගේ මීටින් එක ස්ටාර්ට් කරමු.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Shamodi Pubudini. So, welcome to Esthètique21 awareness session organized by the first community of NSBM alongside Women in First community of NSBM. So, today we decided to take this session to give you a clear understanding about this UI hackathon. So our first members are ready to explain you everything regarding the hackathon. And also I would like to tell you if there's anyone who can't understand, please feel free to ask questions. For that you can use the chat, or else it's better if you can unmute your mic and ask questions. So okay. Well, without further ado, I warmly welcome Venupa to start the session. Venupa, the mic is yours.
Thank you, Shamodi. Give me a minute. I think I'm visible. Yeah. Thank you, Shamodi. Hello, guys. I'm Venupa. So I'm going to give a small introduction about the hackathon. Talking about the event, this is an about UI UX hackathon. So let me first give a small explanation about the hackathon regarding UI UX. So guys, what is UI and UX? UI means user interface and UX means user experience. For an example, give me Facebook. Facebook is widely used app. So when user interface with the app and first impression they get is based on the quality of user interface, and UX is the holistic journey users travels as they use the product. That is the small introduction about the UI and UX. So thank you, and let me call Netmi to continue the session. Thank you.
Thank you, Venupa. Let me share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, let me.
Thank you. Hello guys, I'm Netmi. So I'm going to explain the rules and regulations of the hackathon. First and most important thing is all the members of the team must participate in the hackathon. You want to join the related Discord channel before 8 AM. Each participant can only join their respective channels, and for verification purposes, all the group members should switch on their cameras when they first join their respective channels. But you don't need to keep them switched on the entire time, and one of the team member must share their screen the entire time, and team members can take turns to do that. A mentor will be assigned to every team, and they will oversee your progress. They will join the related Discord channel. If you have any problem, you can communicate with them anytime. More information regarding Discord channel will be explained later during this session. Refreshment breaks won't be given, but you can take breaks whenever you need. But at least one member must remain in the channel at any time. You need to come up with the user interface design to the given scenario, and it requires a maximum of 10 interfaces, and you need to come up with a screen recording or a presentation. If you make a prototype, you need to upload a screen recording of your design's flow with a voiceover explaining your concepts. If you don't make a prototype, you have to make a presentation showing the flow of your design and a voiceover explaining your concepts. You may use Figma, Adobe Xd, Sketch, Photoshop or Illustrator only. More information regarding these 5 platforms will be explained later during this session. You need to upload the source file, presentation or screen recording, and all screens as a PNG or JPG file. You need to upload them to the drive link provided by us. So I invite Vasana to continue. Vasana.
Thank you, Natalie. So let me share my screen. Okay, I think my screen is visible. Hello, I am Vasana. So I'm going to give a brief description regarding the prizes and the judge panel. The winners of the UI UX Hackathon will be awarded a cash prize of rupees 15,000 for the first place, and second place with a cash prize of rupees 12,000, and third place with rupees 9,000. This is all regarding the prize list. So moving on to meet the judge panel. So firstly, we have Mr. Dinesh Pereira. He is a senior architect specialist at Virtusa. Next, we have Ms. Pavitra Subhashini. She is a senior lecturer at NSBM Green University. Next, Asit Vijayanayaka. He is a senior UI UX designer, also an engineer at Dialog Asiata. Next, we have Mr. Ishankar Senaviratna. He is the co-founder and UX designer at Codzilla. Lastly, we have Mr. Pramudya Tilakaratna. He is a lecturer at NSBM Green University. So that's it. Thank you. Let me call Dasit to continue on with the session.
Thank you. I hope I'm audible. So I'm gonna give a brief introduction about the platform we are using to host our whole competition. So basically, for all the communication purposes, we are planning to use Discord, which is basically a VoIP internet instant message application. I hope you guys have ever heard about it, but if you have never heard about it, so let me share my screen first. You could basically go to discord.com and you could see their website, and if you go to downloads, you could basically download this, which is available on almost all the platforms in your mobile phones and all. And also basically how things work in our scenario in our competition is, if I open my Discord and show you. So once you open the Discord, you could imagine if this was the server that you're joining. You could basically join the server, and we have a bot which basically will message you, and it will when you're registering, we will actually send you an email with your token. Everybody will get a unique token. So basically when the bot messages you after you join the server, you need to just enter the token, just send a message, the token. Okay, and after that we will automatically assign you into the channel that is the channel for your team, with all your members could join the channel. Imagine if this was a channel general, and you could basically join the channel, and basically you could share your screen here, and if you need to, you could turn on your camera, and you could just unmute, and yeah, you could talk with people, and you could basically communicate using this platform, which is bit easy. And also we have made things bit easy for you, automating things. And yeah, basically you just enter the code and you will get into the server, and you will assign to your channel, which is for your team. And we will also rename you, so with your username and your team name, so it's a bit easy for everybody to understand who you are and what is your team. So yeah, that's all about how Discord works and what is the process to come into to join the competition. And also, if you don't want to download the application, you could actually go to discord.com/app, and then you could use the web version if you prefer that over downloading an application. So that's all about it, and I hope you guys got some idea. So yeah, and that's all about it, and I will like to invite Suraj and Amanda to talk about our next topic. Thank you, guys.
Okay, thank you, that's it. And Suraj can, okay, yes.
Can you see my screen, Amandakke?
Yeah, Suraj. Okay, I can say thank you. I'm audible, aren't I? So hi everyone, I'm Amanda and I'll brief you on the 5 designing platforms you can use for our hackathon. And as previously mentioned in the rules and regulations, you're allowed to use Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator, Adobe Xd, Sketch, and Figma only for our hackathon. Well, there's a plethora of designing tools out there, so we decided to specify the tools you could use in order to kind of make an equal ground for all the competitors. So let's move on to Photoshop. Suraji? Okay, so Photoshop has been around for a very long time and many designers use it and know it well. But it's mostly famous as a photo editing tool, but it has gained many UI design features over the past years, so you can also use it to design user interfaces as well. And this desktop application is compatible with both macOS and Windows. And because Photoshop is a photo editor that has gained UI design features, it's not as intuitive and easy to design user interfaces with, as much as the tools specified for UI UX design. But still, it's a quite powerful tool. And Photoshop is not freely available, but they have offered a limited time free trial for you. And the next up is Illustrator. Suraj, let's move to the next slide. Okay. Adobe Illustrator is a desktop platform compatible with macOS and Windows. Even though mainly used for designing vector images and illustrations, it can also be used to design creative user interfaces as well. And just like Photoshop, you have to buy this application, but they too have offered a free trial as well. And let's move on to Adobe Xd. Okay, and when it comes to this software, it goes beyond simply designing a user interface. It is a dedicated prototyping tool compatible with Windows and macOS. And because of its focus on prototyping, it has all the features and more for this stage. You can build interactive prototypes and test them immediately across devices. And creating prototypes is accessible with various single-click elements, speeding up the process. And there are also visually pleasing 3D transformation features that allow you to break down the design layers for close inspection. And it's free for personal use and allows real-time collaboration. And this is a plus point for an online hackathon like Esthètique because the competitors cannot meet each other in person. But the thing is, this real-time collaboration feature is only available in the paid version of Adobe Xd. And let's move on to Sketch next. This tool is really great for UI UX design, and Sketch features easy-to-use snap-in-place tool and intelligent guides that enable you to create linked prototypes. Sketch also packs vector editing features that allow you to create graphics without switching to another application, and that is a huge plus point. And this tool is not free either, but you can try its 30-day free trial. And this tool also allows real-time collaboration, but it only supports iOS and macOS. And so the final tool that you're allowed to use is Figma, and it's an all-in-one tool you can use for sketching, wireframing, prototyping, and even managing design systems. And you can easily connect UI elements and choose interactions and animations between frames. Every interaction is also customizable with one-click, hovering, pressing, and swiping gestures. You can also make use of nested artboards to create unique and flexible UI elements. A huge difference this tool has in comparison to the other tools that I explained is that it's a web application. So you can think of Figma as kind of the Google Docs for designing. And all Figma files are cloud documents, so sharing them is easy and you can work with others with real-time collaboration. But the thing is that you cannot save your designs locally in your computer, and if you do, you will still have to upload them again if you need to make any changes. And this tool works well on most browsers such as Firefox, Edge, Safari, and Chrome, and as a result can be used on Linux or any operating system that supports the web browsers that I previously mentioned. And Figma also has a paid version that includes certain features that the free counterpart doesn't. So that's all about the designing tools that you can use at Esthètique21. And I mentioned the word prototyping multiple times during my explanation. And so, for the benefit of the ones who want to know more about it, next up is a brief demonstration on prototyping. So, thank you for listening, and it's over to you, Nimesh.
Hello guys. Am I audible?
Yes, Nimesh.
Okay. So yeah, there's nothing much for me to add, but I'll go through one of your deliverables, which is the prototype, right? Now, as Amanda talked earlier, you guys can use any of the tools that we mentioned earlier, but we still expect you guys to submit the prototype. So if you're using Photoshop, Illustrator, or something like that, you can, it's fine. You can use it to maybe create a design assist. If you need, if you have any photos that you want to edit, it's fine. You can use them to do all of that. But when it comes to the design, the visual design, the mockups, I think you will most probably have to use either Xd or Figma, and also Sketch, if you guys are fun with that. So when we come to prototyping, like usually when you start designing a UI, one of the very first things that we have to do is to sketch the idea, right? Because now you'll be on the day of the event, you will be given with a scenario and you will have to come up with a solution for the given scenario, right? So before moving on to the visual designs and all that, we will have to have a proper idea of the scenario given. So you can start with sketches. For that, you don't need any software. You can just take a pen and paper and draw your ideas and map the flow, make the user journey the flow. Once you're done with that, you can move on to the wireframes if you want. If you want to more organize your the rough sketches that you just made, or if not, you can move on to the mockups. Right? So mockups. Now the term prototyping, it's most of the time it's used for many things actually. Like it can be confusing for some because sometimes we use the word prototype even for the wireframes, even for the mockups. But the mockups, the wireframes, the sketches, they are all static. They don't feature any functionality. Right? So when you are presenting something, now for example, I think you guys will have to pitch your ideas as well. So when you're doing so, you can instead of just showing the screen, you can if you can map your flows, the user flows, the user journey. For those who doesn't know what a user journey is, it's like now let's say we have a sign up screen. So if that sign in screen has like multiple steps, like say you are given a form with like a basic like the basic details of it, like you maybe your email, the username, the passwords, and stuff like that. And maybe there's another step after that, like maybe you have to select your account type, something like that, right? So what you have to do is when you're prototyping, you have to map those using interactions, right? So in that first screen, let's say there's probably like a call to action button, and in a sign up screen is most probably the create account button, or if there are steps, then it could be a next button, right? So once you press that button, the screens needs to change, right? The next step has to come, and once it's done with that screen, he or she can move on to the other, right? Likewise, you have to map those user flows. So I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys probably know this anyway. So for those who doesn't know what a prototype is, I will okay, so I will briefly share my screen from it. Okay, let me know if you can see it.
Yes, we can see.
Okay, so this is one of the free templates that you can you get with Figma, and yeah, this is Figma. This is one of the tools allowed for the hackathon. You guys can use this. It's free, and you can collaborate as well in real time. So there's pretty much no catch. You can do anything. You can even there's even a Jamboard, so you can even do the wireframes and sketches in like all of that in this software. That's so I will just show you what I meant by prototype. So this is again only for the people who doesn't know anything about prototyping, or like doesn't have much idea of UX. So those who are already in that industry, in the field, you guys are probably already familiar with this. So yeah, so here this is template. It's not something that we created. So in this, you can see that there are these arrows, right? So if I preview this screen, so here, so this is like a landing page for that app, right? So you are given two options, right? So there's a login button and a register button, right? So what you have to do in your deliverable is like when you submit in the Figma file, the Xd file, or whatever, you have to map your user the journeys. So if I press on register, it should take you to the registration, right? And once you fill that, you can, so you can see you can just go with the flow, right? So you can like again now you can do like animations and all that too, if you have time. And like it's not a must, but what we need is the basic flow. So if you want to do like say if you have a button or something, say there's a half effect for that button, you can do those as well. That's all right. That's actually good if you can do it. If not, you can just do like the flows that you want to show, because if you just submit the design only the screens, we will have to figure out what you are trying to do, right? So like there are obvious screens as well, but there can be some solution, some user experience that you came up with that may be unique in some ways. So if we have to figure that out, it will be hard for us as well as the judges to decide, right? So when the flow is there, we can easily like judges can easily go through it and see for themselves that what you were trying to implement. So yeah, so that's pretty much it, I think. Yeah, so is there anything that you guys want to know regarding prototyping tools or the hackathon? Anything pretty much? And also, I think so. Like, I'm like, correct me if I'm wrong. I think if you're unable to prototype, I think you can submit a presentation with your experience, with the explanation. I think so. I think there's that option too.
Yes, you have all they have to do is show the flow of their design using a presentation.
Right. Okay. So yeah. Any questions? I think it's better to clear your doubts now rather than later. I think we will again go through some of the points on the day of the event. So still, I think it's better if you can clear out your doubts today.
Thank you, Nimeshaya. Hi, everyone. I'm Sandhuni. I'm talking about how to submit your final work. You have to submit following things. Firstly, is the source file of your prototype. Nextly, screen recording or presentation about the use cases of your prototype, and the images of graphic design as PNG or JPG format. And also you can submit the wireframes of your UIs that you have designed. Now I am invited to Chamadhyaka to continue the session. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandhini. Okay, so do you have any questions, guys? If you have questions, we can give you some time to ask. You can use the chat or you can unmute your mic and ask. Yes.
There are some questions.
Yeah, there are some questions. Yes. I'll first talk about what Ashan said. You have to submit your design, all the interfaces of your design as JPGs or PNG files. Plus, if you're making a prototype, you have to record screen recording and a voiceover explaining your concepts, the concepts you used, and all those things, the recording, the screen recording, the voice recording, and the JPG files should be made into a zip file, and you have to submit it to the form that we give you. And if you don't make a prototype, the only difference is that you have to make a presentation that shows the flow of your design instead of the screen recording. That's it, isn't it, Nimeshai? Me?
Yes.
I hope now that everyone's clear about what you have to
Okay.
upload.
So there's yeah, Amanda. So there's another question. Shamiji is asking, if we are using Figma, can we give access to our project to you guys instead of uploading the project? I think you will have to submit the software as the Figma file, because we have to share them with the judges as well. So it will be better if you can submit the file.
And what we meant by having to explain the UI is the concepts you used and why you used them. It's like a kind of pitching your idea, because the judges will need to know your ideas. Maybe they won't get a clear idea about how what your ideas are merely by checking the design. So you have to tell them why you use them and everything.
And we will send the rules and regulation document as a with the email, all of the guys.
The time you're given will be 15 hours. The whole event will start at 8 a.m. But we will be explaining. There will be an introduction, and again we'll explain rules. And you have to join your respective channels. And for that, we will spend about an hour. So the hackathon officially starts at 9 a.m. on this Saturday, and you have till 12 midnight. So it'll be 15 hours.
So there's another question. You don't have to submit the wireframes, but you can also submit them if you want. Like it's not one of the deliverables for you. But if you have any sketches, wireframes that you done prior to designing the mockups, you can submit them as well. Hope I'm clear.
Yes, if you guys want to add a group member to the group, we add the team leaders in the WhatsApp group. To the team leader, message the one of the admin in the group. We can.
Yeah, yeah. If you have any more things to clarify, you can message any of the admins in the team leaders group. And there's the maximum number for the maximum number of members for a group is 3. You cannot have more than that, and the minimum is 2. So just one person cannot participate. Yes, you have to record the screen while you are explaining the design. And if that's not possible, send a voice recording separately.
Amanda, did we give the answer for this question? Hi, what were the things we need to upload actually was what?
Yeah, yes, Aki, I explained it again. I think it was asked before I said it again. I hope it's clear.
Okay. So it's like submitting one video including the screen recorder prototype.
Yes, for the presentation as well, you have to do a voice recording. A report is not necessary because you're doing recording your concepts and everything, and some are going to submit a presentation and the others will do a screen recording, so a report won't be necessary.
We don't need a report. That's because
Yes,
we
Aki.
are, yes.
Yeah, I said.
Design report part. What is that?
Yeah, we don't need a report. Yeah.
Okay, then how about UML diagrams?
No, you don't have
no,
to.
yeah, you don't have to do those.
If you are doing that, you can submit, but this is not the required things. If
Yeah,
you
it's
guys
not
have a time or some, it's
like,
okay.
If you have any sketches, likewise, you can submit them as a proof of your work. Like, I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, other than the compulsory submissions, you can add
Yeah,
those
it's
if you have
optional.
time and if you, yeah.
What happened of our screen sharing stop when getting an issue? One of in the group, and one of any group member have to share the screen.
Yes, in that case, I think it's better to find a backup. Like maybe you can have your mobile data or something like that ready, because it's one of those factors that we can't really predict them. So it's better if you can maybe have a backup plan in case
If you guys
some of
have
you
any,
lose internet
yes,
or power.
if you guys have any problem with this, please tell the mentor. Electric, yes. Let's assume we are able to
If you don't get to finish your design within the given time, yes, you can submit to your submit whatever you have done. So yeah, I mean it will affect your marks, but you have to submit within the given 12 hours. You can't take any more time than that.
Yes. How we submit the design file that made using Figma? Do we have to send a shareable link of the design?
You can save your document as a file, right? A local design file, and you can submit that one. Same with Xd or Sketch, you can share just submit the Xd file or the Sketch file. And if you're using Xd, I think you can't share the link if you're on the free plan. So for Figma users, you can make the project accessible through the link for anyone who has the link. So you can do that too, but you still have to submit your the soft file.
Yes. What are the topics for the design? We will give in the
Yeah, that will be shared
Yeah.
on the event day. We will
Yeah, we wouldn't reveal it until the event date,
yes.
until it starts. So you have to.
Can we use
Can we
any
use a
resource?
resource like background pen? Yes. So Amanda, correct me if I'm wrong. I think so. If you want any assets from internet like stock images, likewise, you can use them, download them from the internet, like on Splash, Freepik, likewise. It's no
Yeah.
issue. And you
Yeah,
can use
yeah.
any plugins as well, like in Figma.
And they're asking about the rounds of the hackathon.
Yes. We plan to award ceremony in the January.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shall I say okay?
Yes.
Okay, it's like this. Actually, this is the first round, and we will select some finalists and we'll invite them to our university, and they will have to pitch their idea again in front of the judge panel. And there will be an awarding ceremony at our university premises. So there, the top 3 teams will be awarded.
Should there be a one person of the team in the Discord meeting?
Or like
No, all
all
the
of your
people.
members has to be in the Discord during the hackathon. Only one of you needs to share the screen.
Yeah, at all
But we
times,
can,
at least one person should be sharing their screen. We wouldn't give specific breaks, so you have to take them on your own, but you have to tell your mentor before you leave to take a break. And somebody has to stay in the tunnel. You shouldn't leave without telling the mentor, so they wouldn't have an idea what happened to you. So you have to tell them first.
yes, and all of you guys will be getting one scenario, so everyone will be working on the same scenario, and there won't be multiple topics to work on. Will the design needs to be responsive? So again, it's one of the UI principles, right? So if the given scenario requires you to have a responsive design, you will have to go with the responsive design. Otherwise, no. So we can't really disclose that information as of now. So you will get to know about that on the day of the event. What about design guidelines? Any specific ones? Yes, I think it was shared, right? Amanda, did we share the guidelines?
We will share it. I will send emails, and also we'll put it to the team leaders group.
Right. Ashan, is you can use any online resources. You can't like just download something and use it like I mean, doesn't mean you can use everything from the internet. You have to design such
Can't
by yourself.
make
It's like
template.
for, let's say, like stock images and like maybe some assets, you can download them nowadays.
Participate, all the participate means all the participate who submit the final.
Yeah, who actually all the participants who submit their work, even though it's half finished, will get a certificate.
Yes.
Yes.
So you have to submit.
FIG.
All the participate who submit the work will get the certificate.
Tarani, we will give the scenario on the event day, so we can't
Yeah.
say that from now.
Answer Tharna's
Yes, it
question
will be
just yet.
only one. So you won't have.
Yeah.
We won't ask
yeah.
you to make a mobile app and a web application. So it will be either mobile or web.
Only one. Yes. The type of the Figma file is .ifig, right?
Yes. Okay. Any more questions?
Yeah, excuse me. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just wanted to know when we are going to upload the files. Do we need to upload the audio file with the screen recording separately? The audio file should be in the screen recording at the same time.
It will be better if it's just one file, because otherwise we will have to play both separated.
All right.
Yeah,
Cool.
but
So you
if
can
that's
just,
not possible, it's also right to do separately, right?
Yes, you
Because,
can just check the screen recording with your voice. So I think there are like free tools that you can do it with. I think even there are built-in ones with both Windows and Mac.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
I think there's another question from Kavin Gugit sir that he's asking, is it a printed one?
Yes, I'm not clear. What do you mean by printed? Is it the certificate? Amanda, can you answer that question?
Now we plan to give the printed certificate, but we're trying to give some the online certificate who can upload the LinkedIn likewise.
So we'll notify you about how exactly we're going to do it in the future. Whether it's an e-certificate or a printed one.
Yes, it will be shared with you. I think.
Rules and regulation, yes, we will send it.
And all the deliverables and all that information we will share with you.
Yeah,
Uh,
if you finish it early, you can leave. It's all right.
Amanda, can we use the Zoom screen record for the illustration tool?
They can write Nimeshai, use Zoom screen recording for the illustrations of UIs and presentation. I mean, for the
Yes, yes.
did you mean the
can
screen
use
recording?
any means.
You can use any means to screen
Yes.
record your screen. That's okay.
I think if you use Zoom to record, I think even the file size will be lower than.
Yeah.
So it's fine. You can use anything. Yes, you can leave early if you finish. You don't have to wait until the end.
We have to use whole time or if we finish the process. Yes.
Yeah, yes, okay, we answered it. So, any more questions? If not, we can wrap up the session. So again, I'd like to remind you, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask any of the admins of the team leaders group. And we'll be sending you all the documentations soon.
If you guys don't have any question, I think Chamodi, we can.
Yeah. Okay, if you don't have any questions, we can wrap up today's session. Thank you for your participation. So get ready for the hackathon. Wish you all the best and see you on Saturday. Good night all. Stay safe.